welcome to the KBJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KBJ After the Show podcast. It is Friday.
It's Friday.
Hey, we got any of those beers that Bird bought at the gas station the other day around here?
Not only do we have the High Lies, I think we have other ones too.
Highlight's good for me, Virginia.
All right.
But unless you got a fresh in there, that'd be the only thing that would trump it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. What the hell?
I
No
got you
way.
a fresh.
Get out of here. No way. That's like you just pulled it. You didn't pull this out of your ass, did you?
Well,
It's cold.
don't smell the rim.
It's cold.
That's your all-time favorite right there, right?
Yeah, if I had to rank them, it goes. Fresh is number one. It's right up there with Hop Juice, right there from Matthews Brewing. They're right. I mean,
It's a hazy IPA.
yeah, hazy IPA is my favorite style.
He loves it.
Yes, and Civil Society, we're blessed.
Yes.
That we have, to me, two of the best brewers for hazy IPAs in Palm Beach County, in America.
And Evan from Civil is my neighbor.
Yes.
So
love
he's
their
always
stuff.
making sure
Yeah.
we got beer.
So I'm always rocking those two places and promoting the hell out of them because they're absolutely fantastic.
Out of any
Cheers.
Highlight, yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt your cheers. Sorry.
Go ahead. Cheers. Salud.
Salud.
Out of any alcoholic drink, that would be number one, or that just straight up beer?
To me, I don't rank outside of the categories because it's kind of like music with me. Booze is about what mood am I in.
Yes.
And I don't rank them that way because I can't say, look, I typically drink vodka and tequila. That's it. When I want to be lighter and just have a few little, here and there. And I probably drink that the most, honestly. It's vodka and tequila is the most of what I drink. To me, beer, because of the calories and whatnot, it's a splurge. It's like you would have a dessert. You would be like, you know what? I'm treating myself. It's the weekend. I'm going to have that pie. I don't eat pie. I don't eat cake, ice cream, and that kind of stuff. I have a craft beer, and that's my reward there. And then red wine. I will like to do in certain situations, and it just depends. But if I would rank them, I'd drink that the least frequent.
Well, backstage at the Crawfish Fest, I
Yeah.
will have a Toll vodka for you.
Love that.
I will have tequila for you.
Oh, I love that.
I will have whiskey for you, Jay Bird. I will have everything you need, tons of beer.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
I will get on stage and barf my brains out.
Yeah, I'll get down after Snack Pack goes on. I will absolutely take advantage of your whiskey ways.
And when you're on stage, if you want a drink, you just let Mama know.
Okay, I will make an announcement.
Virginia, bring me a beer, woman.
I need some adult vitamin water.
I will hook you up.
It's going to be so much fun.
It is going to be fun. Is the Queen coming with you?
I think so. I'm not positive because
What does she want to drink?
you know what? She's like me, vodka, and we pretty much drink the same things, honestly.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
it's all the same. She'll maybe do a little bit more red wine than I do, but I think it's good where you are. I think what you have is perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, so we'll have to see, and then we'll flip a coin on who's driving.
I've also got Guinness that I'm putting on ice because that's what Panda likes to chug. If you want to do some kind of chugging thing with Panda.
Yeah, I think we will. We're gonna call him on stage.
Yeah.
I want to get everybody involved.
I want to see it live. I saw the video of him when he was at Kevin's in Key West, and bam, just knocked it down. He had such pride. He was beaming. I want to give him the ability to do that on his in front of his people.
3 seconds he did it.
It's unreal. It was stunning. I was like, I almost thought I watched the video 2 more times to see if there's an edit because it was that fast. I'm like, holy, there's no way he did that.
We'll put him in the middle of the set list, and then while you guys do that, we'll go and get off stage and do a little change.
I love it.
And yeah, that's awesome. I want to see that. Videotape it.
Yeah, he's good. good, man. He doesn't even drink, but he loves to chug Guinness.
I'd imagine if you don't drink at all and then you chug Guinness, but I know it's it's not that much percentage.
but it's still.
I feel like
I'll give you a little something.
You get a nice healthy buzz.
He never drinks, so yeah, you chug a whole entire 16-ounce Guinness.
You'd be aware of it.
Yeah.
You'd probably have the awareness that you drank something alcoholic.
And then he's a little loose, and I like that.
When's the last streak you've gone without having a drink at all? Is I remember there was one point where you didn't drink for a while.
Yeah, Queen and I one time we went a year and a half without having any booze. And then one day we're just like, gosh, we're boring.
Life
We
is
really
stressful.
did. We really, well,
You're
we
like,
just,
I'm hanging this up.
yeah, it just, honestly, we just, when we met, we were going out a lot. And it's just, that's always been a fabric to who we are. We just liked it and we denied it for 18 months. And it was okay, but we were just like, there were a lot of days where we just kind of sat around and did stuff that, I think we did all the things you can do without drinking, and we got very bored of that. We were paddleboarding and kayaking and all this kind of stuff. And then we realized by nature, I'm just not that person. I'm wired to, since I was old enough to do it, not even old enough to do it. I did it before I was old enough to do it. I love being in bars and socializing and just having fun and whooping it up a little bit. And there's music involved. And it's just always, it's felt natural to me.
But you learned something about yourself during that
it was good.
journey.
I'm glad I did it. I don't think I would ever do it again. But the key for me is staying in the sweet spot. And I'm now just past the age of 50. I'm finally getting to the point where, okay, I think I'm drinking about the right way. Finally.
Still not quite there.
I'm not all the way there because every now and then I still am like, what did I do? What did I do? Why did I drink that much yesterday? But yeah, for the most part, I'm close. I'm a lot closer than I used to be.
That's when it gets you, when you think, I got this taken care of. I'm never going to
I'll never be drunk again. I'll always be in control of myself.
That's when you need to be. That's when you're vulnerable.
Yeah. So I drink enough to loosen up, hopefully. But yeah, you'll catch me. I'm sure I'll be drunk many more times in my life, but trying to do it less and less these days. So we got several things to take care of here. High importance. One, thank you all so much for subscribing to this here KBJ Show YouTube channel. We are at 30,100 subscribers. Jaybird gave himself permission at 30,000 to cut his hair, and we weren't able to get a stylist here as fast as we wanted. We were hoping to cut it during the 9 o'clock hour of the regular show today, but you can see his hair if you're watching on YouTube right now. It's still long, full, and crazy, and we're kind of kicking around Monday morning at 8:30 that we'll have somebody here scheduled in. You'll be able to watch it. We're going to play with the styles, and as it comes down, let's have a little bit of fun. Put different styles in that thing.
Yeah, I feel bad we couldn't do it today, but let's do it the right way. We have the person that was supposed to do it anyway. They're able to do it Monday.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep it like this for the show.
If people aren't watching, it's shoulder length. It's down below your shoulders. In fact, if you really tug on that thing, it goes almost down to just probably about an inch or two above your nipples.
Wow.
This is without any product in it.
That's crazy.
It's fucking too much. I'm so over it.
Yeah.
I was supposed to cut it after the movie.
It's been, what, 4 years, something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a pandemic when you guys started. You and Suits and Denny's, and they let theirs get long, but they cut theirs like a couple years ago.
I just saw that picture the other day. I love that picture. All three of us growing our hair out long. Mm-hmm. That was the birth of the dirty hippies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other thing that we have here is we have the new Snack Pack song as well. It's going to be debuted.
Your hair is fakakta. Look at the side, Kevin.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I do kind of get
it. It's untamable.
Yeah.
I have my mother's hair. I have my mother's feet, too.
All right.
And her chin.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
And her tits. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to see how many more body parts we'd rattle off here. Yeah. Okay. Do we want to do this thing right now?
It's up to you. It's up to you. Yeah.
I mean, we're here, right?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
Drinking beer.
Yeah. Everything you need. This is your first Snack Pack song in 5 years, right?
Yeah, just about.
Okay. It's pretty cool. Tell me a little bit, because I've heard it. Let it rip this morning. There seems to be a new level of production value. Do you guys think you're better on those kind of tools and utensils and things like that? Can you tell me a little bit about the production quality?
Yeah, during the pandemic, I started learning how to play the piano. So
Okay.
I kind of wanted to do like an old school 90s.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Dre
I'd say 2001.
style.
You got a 2001 Dre in
So
this.
yes, I
Yeah.
was trying to kind of do my own low budget.
You nailed it.
No, low
I knew
budget
right
Dr.
away.
Dr. Dre.
It's good though. I mean, it's you definitely know where you borrowed it from, but it's cool sound.
And then Denny's and Twigs really helped get the production down
Okay.
and all that, and we all produced it together.
You feel like you're at a higher level of production skills than your last release?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you hear it here.
And
So-
plus, Denny's is awesome too. Denny's
Yeah.
never gets enough credit because
Yeah.
he's not like that. But
Right.
Denny's is the best to work with.
What instrument? So you did all the instruments. How were the instruments done? Are they all done on a computer, keyboard? Are there live instruments in this?
Yeah, they're all. It's I did the bass and the piano.
Okay, bass
and-
guitar.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool.
And then Denny's programmed the drums,
Okay.
and yeah, and then Twigs helped produce it as well.
Okay.
As far as the production, he had a big part of that. And he was really, really great.
The name of the song is "Food Fight."
Yeah. People
Okay.
say people say I have a food issue. I have food issues, a food disorder.
Oh, okay. And this is a response to them.
This is that response.
Okay.
All right.
Sasquatch recording.
Ann.
Food fight, food fight, food fight, food fight, food fight, food fight. We are the snack pack and we will attack if you try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and we will attack. Don't try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and you know we will attack. We are the snack pack. Don't try to jack our snacks.
I got a gremlin's appetite. If you're looking for a food fight, feed me after midnight.
You're still the fast food villain, and I see why they fear it.
Cause I'm causing mass hysteria in the cafeteria.
I heard you went to Mickey D's and got crazy.
Yeah, and burger was the taste that they gave me.
Gravy on the brain, hand on the biscuit, ballistic. Slay me through the table at your picnic. He's a monster, he's a beast.
They wanna fight me while I try to feast.
He's got him shook from the west to the east.
They try to hold me down, but I rise like these. If you wanna get chopped, touch my tater top.
He's the food ninja,
And you about to get chopped. I run hot like sauce in a pot.
like over red and baka pop, 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 pop.
We are the snack pack and we will attack if you try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and we will attack. Don't try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and you know we will attack. We are the snack pack. Don't try to jack our snacks. I'm Jason Voorhees with a machete as I slice and I dice through a bowl of spaghetti.
We already know that he's been unhinged. Back up, cause he's jacked up on a sugar binge. He goes hard at the snack bar.
I'ma snap and blow up like the Death Star. I got these sick thoughts running through my head. My shrink said,
You should put meds in your bread. He is mental. He's deranged.
I got mayo running through my veins.
Barbecue sauce stains on his brain. Dang.
Insane in the food chain.
When you see us coming, then you better run and hide.
If we said we don't want any trouble, then we lie.
So get that pizza pie.
Give me a side of fries, motherfucker, fries, motherfucker, fries. We are the snack pack and we will attack if you try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and we will attack. Don't try to jack our snacks. We are the snack pack and you know we will attack. We are the snack pack. Don't try to jack our snacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool layers in that. That's the one thing I noticed, man. I hear a little bit of Dr. Dre. I hear a little 187. Murder Was the Case that they gave me. Some people saying it was like almost like a Halloween vibe kind of in it. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool layers in that too, man. That thing goes hard, dude. I love that.
Thank you very
That's
much.
great.
It was
Yeah.
fun to be able to put Aunt Anne's voice in there
Yeah, right.
too.
I love that. Well, it's, how many rappers have done that where they've got "We the best" or whatever they
Yeah.
say? You know, they got their own thing. It's like Aunt Anne's like your signature now. You know,
She is.
you start off with that sound.
She gets to live on. That's the cool
Yeah.
thing about. That's when I do love technology. When you,
Yeah.
I always say record your loved ones and store it forever.
Was that naked audio, or did you have to rip that off something else?
We had to rip that. We had to find that on something and then take it out and then clean
Did
it
AI
out.
do that?
No, Denny's did. Who's better than AI? No.
Really? Okay.
Denny's did it though. Yeah.
All right. Wow. That's cool.
beautiful.
We'll have that posted now. Keep in mind there is a clean version and a dirty version. Yeah, it's a couple F-bombs in there. We'll have
The
both
fries,
posted.
motherfucker. That's the only swear part.
Yeah. Mhm. But yeah, so we'll have. I guess we can post. Yeah, you have a clean version too. I assume.
we do.
Okay, we'll post both of them. So if you got kids and you want to play it, or if you want the motherfucker part, then,
I want my fries and my
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
well, we'll post them. Just make sure you carefully play the right version for your child. Because your kid being motherfucking fries. You'd be like, your kid is going to go to school and they're going to sing that. Be like, what are you teaching your kid?
I'm afraid I'm gonna do it on stage. Fries, motherfucker. Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
So yes, that's going to be going down. Will you be performing that? Is it okay? Great. All right, that'll make the set list tomorrow, 5 p.m. downtown Abacoa. Going to be on the amphitheater stage. The Value Meal Killah and the Snack Pack will all be out there as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Other stuff we got to get to here. One quick update. I don't think I've gotten a text back, but I was letting you know early on the regular show. Scott Shannon, who we've had here on the After the Show before, he's considered to be one of the greatest radio people of all time. Started Z100 in New York City. It's where when I got into radio, I went and did my internship because I wanted to be a part of it. And Scott lives in South Florida now. And he's here a good bit. Listens to KBJ Show, and we've fortunately gotten to a place where we get to talk with him and meet with him and all that stuff. And so he was doing a big old radio forum thing yesterday with a lot of influential people, and he gave us a shout out. And I saw people tweeting about it because he was talking about. He said to answer how radio can recapture the magic once created by iconic shows like the Z Morning Zoo at Z100. Scott Shannon pointed to. And this was the funny part of it. This is the whole thing. He's talking about us. And people were tweeting yesterday, and they're saying, oh, man, Scott Shannon, did you hear he name dropped the KVJ show? I posted out one of the tweets that I had seen people talking about us yesterday. I'm like, holy crap, man. To us, this is really awesome.
Oh, my gosh. It's like your legendary hero says your name.
Right. Yeah. And he uses you as an example of what is, great radio now, or the successor to what he was, what he created. He's saying, look, he created the greatest morning show really of arguably of all time. Howard Stern, obviously great. New York radio has always just been amazing. Between those two guys, what they were able to do, which oddly enough, they're both now in Palm Beach.
It's funny.
And it's kind of an odd thing, but I guess New York,
It's New York South.
Yeah, right. So, to get that kind of shout out from Scott Shannon, who created what we are. We are the template of Scott Shannon. I use Scott Shannon's prep.
Right.
The prep that you guys get every single day, and I send the KBJ show, that was created by Scott Shannon. So that's how closely of a generation we are from him. So he's talking about us on this whole thing. And Radio Inc. Magazine, they fuck up the name of the show, and they call us the KBJ Show.
BJ? So now
it just sounds bunk. It just sounds like bunk, and it's BJ, so you make fun of it. It's like, it's funny. They're a BJ show.
Suck a dick.
Are they low-key calling Virginia a bitch?
I don't know. They're calling her a bitch.
I'm either a bitch or I suck dick. This is great.
Is it Kevin's BJ show? What is going?
Kevin's
it's just
show
me
sucks.
sucking off guys. Is this the whole? So what is it? It's just one dude sucking off a bunch of guys. Is this the whole show?
Anytime we get any kind of shine, which isn't often, it always gets fucked up.
Always gets fucked
We
up.
were laughing, yeah, because I don't even know if we really talked about it, but yeah, I'm receiving the Kid Craddock Award this year at another prestigious thing.
Another legendary radio guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so they have an award named after him, and it goes to all the legendary people. And I guess it was just my turn, and I was flattered to get that, but. When I told Virginia and Jason about it, I warned them. I'm like, I said, look, I'm submitting the whole show. This is like a KVJ award. I'm just usually the one that's the forefront person in the industry, but it's you guys all along. I want you guys up there for the presentation and everything. I said, but they're probably going to fuck it up, and it'll probably look like it's all me, and you guys will they'll get your names wrong. They're going to fuck it up.
I'm surprised they didn't fuck my
And
name
the press releases, everything came out, and they got it right.
They got it
so
right.
I'm like, this is a new day. Okay. And so yesterday when I saw the show, I'm like, we've turned a corner because we've been ignored for 25 years. Nobody gives us an award. Nobody pays attention to us. We get none of stuff. I'm like, this is a whole new day. And I got this false confidence when the Kid Craddock press release went so well, and they had the photo of all three of us, and you guys were named, and they got your names right, and they said the KVJ Show. And when I cracked open the Radio Inc. article today, I'm like, we're back to it. We're back to it. The fucking disrespect. It's all back.
Know your place, loser.
Yeah, they had to knock me down a peg. Be like, don't think you've arrived. You haven't arrived. Nobody knows who you are.
Kevin is happy for a minute. Let's
Yeah.
fuck this up for
You're
him.
still you and your little shitty show.
Your dick sucking show.
Your dick sucking
dick
show.
sucking
Your
show.
show sucks dick.
Hell, I mean, you have to laugh because, like I said, it was the greatest compliment and the worst insult all in the same article. It was just unbelievable. So Scott had actually texted that to me today,
like,
the article, and I pulled out the thing and just laughed about it. I don't know if you even noticed.
It's kind of like winning an Oscar and having it outshouted by slapping somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's like the, what was it, Adina, whatever, Adele Dazeem?
Yeah.
You know, we are Adele Dazeem of radio. That's basically what we are. Yeah, there you go. But it did go on to say he described the KVJ show. I'm adding that in because just so you know, for context, they didn't get it right. It is a brand that is authentic, interesting, and compelling, noting that curiosity and fun are essential traits for engaging radio. So thank you very much to Scott Shannon. Not so much to Radio Inc.
Do you want to get in the lab? Get some things off your chest?
No, I'll leave it at that. It's enough. I'll let it go. It is amusing.
Hopefully, Scott gives it to him. That'd be great if he calls him and be like, dude.
You dumb motherfuckers. I said the KVJ show. V, not B.
And you do deserve that award.
Thank you. I think
You
we
do.
all do. Yeah,
But you do deserve the award.
I think that I think we've all done enough, and it's been humorous for 25 years. After a while, it gets depressing.
There is a time where you go.
Holy shit! Still, no one can just even get the name right.
After we did.
I mean, 25 years we've been doing this, and we've done very well.
At least when you were young, it was funny.
Right.
Now you're old and it's
No,
sad.
it's sad. You're just
Now
like,
you're just dick
God,
sucking.
still 25 years and I'm a dick sucking show.
I think the stages is mad, then you go comical, and then it goes very, very depressing.
It's just, you just have to shrug your shoulders and be like, all right, well,
All
there you
right,
go.
here we are.
Here we are, the dick sucking show. Just what we are.
At least we're getting awards for our dick sucking skills.
Yeah, well, I am. You're
No,
not. Again, they
that's
forgot
true.
you.
Yeah,
I'm the
I'm
one who
out.
has the BJ show. So it's like I just line up dudes and suck them off.
Hey, maybe they suck you off. Maybe it's
Right?
That would be nice. I mean, if you
It's
have
just
to.
the sound of me getting BJ. Oh, that's the whole show.
Does it feel good, Kev?
Oh,
Does it feel good, Kev? Am I doing good?
That's that compelling, engaging radio. That's what works today.
You're right.
All right, let me see some emails that we got here today. Ashley said you guys had a great conversation about OJ the Juice yesterday. Very curious, like you, Kev, what he is facing after life. But if you can find it, there's a show called American Crime Story, maybe Hulu and Netflix. The first season is on the death of Gianni Versace. Ricky Martin plays his lover. Yeah, again, Ricky Martin, man. Great acting. He's a really solid. I forgot about that. I watched that. He was good in that. He's very good in Palm Royale right now.
Well, if you
I'm
love
a
him,
fan.
if you love him so much, you bring him on interview on the
Suck him off.
Oh,
KVJ.
he would
He has an
love
open
the.
invitation.
He would love the KBJ
So, Ricky,
show.
I've got this show. It's just me sucking off dudes.
I mean, if you love him so much, interview him,
Wouldn't
man.
it be amazing? I interview him and then I suck him off.
That would do numbers, man.
Oh my gosh! If you had the opportunity, you should suck Ricky Martin's dick.
I think you
you have to.
At this point, why not?
That's how I think you get taken
Yes.
seriously.
Yeah, let's get you on the map.
God, if I tune in and be like, what is this show again? So this guy interviews people and then he blows them? Never seen anything like this. It's new. No one's doing it, right?
Innovative.
No one's doing it.
No one is doing that.
No one is doing it. KBJ Show.
Not a terrestrial anymore.
And the second season of American Crime Story is on the OJ trial. My mom says it's very accurate. I was pretty young, like the bird. I just saw they have a third season called Impeachment about Clinton. Oh, dang. I'll be watching that ASAP. Watch the OJ season at least. Only like 8 episodes max, I think. Yeah, I had watched, I think it was ESPN years ago, had done an in-depth thing. And it was telling to me, the clip that I played today from one of the jurors that said that 90% of the jurors, they all thought he was guilty, but the scales of justice have been so tipped against the black community in America for so long. They're like, give OJ a pass, man. He's, there's a Bible story about Barabbas. He was the one that was set free instead of Jesus. And like, yeah, he deserved it, but give it to Jesus. That was it. OJ was that pass. He was the Barabbas. Set him free. Just let him go. We know he did it, but fuck it. This is our little piece of retribution. It
does make me quite curious to look into other cases where the jury really had
an agenda,
or a bias towards the actual case because of something else.
Yeah, I know from my dad being an attorney and watching some of the shows. Yeah, jury pool selection is so critical and so key. And and I follow politics and all that kind of stuff. With all the Trump trials, that is the thing. All these jury pools are in New York. And it's primarily Democrat. And not a lot of people, even though he's from New York, really like Donald Trump there. And so he knows that's it. And that's why they always try to get the venue moved to another place. If I can't find 12 people that are going in there, they hate me. They know who I am. They hate me. I'm not going to win. So that's a big thing with that. So yeah, absolutely. You've had countless. Some people talked about maybe we need to consider going to professional jurors. But I don't know that would work. Yeah.
I love that idea, and here's why. Mm-hmm. You go and you make it a requirement for law school students who come into it with some level of education about the judicial system and how it should work and how it should operate. I think that is a brilliant idea. You actually pay a little more for it, and you make it a gig that they have to do it if you want to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think the thing that is tricky is, now so many things do run along political lines. If you're talking about Trump, really the only jury pool you could have is independents, where it's people that, somebody like me that I don't care one way or the other. Where it's like, all right, I think I'd be able to do it. But so many people keep in mind, especially when you're talking about Trump's trials, they've got already such an impression of him that it doesn't matter what you do, man.
Does he have a jury trial or a bench trial?
I think it's jury trial coming up.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, he's got so many. I can't keep track of all of them. Honestly, I don't know. I can't say that blanket for all of them.
And a busy docket.
There's a lot going on.
So there's rumors that Diddy paid off jurors in one of his cases.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of it.
How hard would that be?
It wouldn't be hard if you figure out who they are.
They do things like sometimes they do the jury selection and then they immediately sequester them. They get them on a bus. They take them through a tunnel. They just realize that honestly, it's all they put hoods over their head. All kinds of stuff that they do, realizing that it's tough. And you talk about mob trials, people of influence, all this kind. It's always been a struggle in America because
it's a thing.
But how would they do if they do sequester you? How are you able to?
They get to your family member.
All kinds of stuff.
They figure out who your family is, and they go to your daughter's house.
And that's why they take you right away. So if they do get to your family member, they can't get to you. You wouldn't know about it till after the trial.
But then sometimes they'll let you go for a holiday break, and you go home to your family member who tells you, yeah, I got a visit from some mob guys, and they told me you better vote not guilty.
A higher trial, they wouldn't. They would just be like, sorry, you got to stay here the entire time.
I've read stories where that happened.
Oh, no doubt. It has, and I think they've learned from some stuff.
But a Diddy trial, I mean, that's a high-profile case back in the day. I think it was I want to say the gun charge.
I don't think until now. I think people are starting to realize just how gangsta Diddy really is. I don't think people necessarily knew that. I think they saw him as
a music producer,
an entertainer. Yeah, they
An
saw him as a
artist.
mogul.
A mogul, yeah.
And
Unless you were in the inner circle, and then I think you knew.
that email yesterday, and then I saw more on it. I saw a little bit. I've got one of our KBJ Nationers is sending me all the stuff that is going on to keep me in the loop.
There's
and
a lot.
They said do the deep dive on his mom and all that. Of course, she was married to the dad. His dad got capped when he was only like 3, but his dad was connected to what's his name, Lucas, who is the
Drug
character,
lord.
yeah, drug lord that an American Gangster Denzel Washington played. And so, look, he's true gangsta. I mean, of all the people that are gangsta, a lot of those guys were slinging dope or whatever. But it seems like Diddy was actually brought into the tutelage of. They're saying, hey, look, a lot of these guys probably were looking after him and kind of brought him up, and so he saw how it was done, true gangsta style, not just I'm a corner. Drug dealer.
I'm not rapping about being a gangster. I'm an actual gangster.
Yeah, and so I don't think when you talk about the Diddy trial, I don't think they appreciate it. Those are the kind of things that they know. Be like, hey, here's what you got to do. If you're on trial, here's what you do. Those are the kind of lessons that you learn. So yeah, it's pretty fascinating. So we'll see. But yeah, lots of comments on that. So if you do see anything, yeah, please let us know. I'm still waiting. I was like, there's not been any real great Diddy dirt here.
No Diddy nuggets in today's dirt.
Nothing awesome.
Very
Nothing awesome.
disappointing.
Yeah, nothing worth chewing on.
The internet is coming for JLo, man. I think she's gonna have to.
I think it's in your algorithm too, because you are very invested in the JLo takedown.
I'm telling you right now, Kevin, mark my words. Virginia's gonna have a dirt of the day story about JLo having to. She's gonna have to answer to some shit about Diddy. Mark my words.
She'll probably have to testify.
You're gonna be talking about JLo in a Diddy story.
Okay,
I'm calling it now.
You're saying she's coming, huh?
Virginia thinks the algorithm. I'm saying it's coming down. It's coming soon.
No, I completely 100% agree with you that if they get Diddy on a trial, JLo will have to testify.
And the other rumor is that Diddy is giving everybody up. He is going to give a lot of names, and you're going to see a lot of people fall. That's the other.
It's going to be fast. It could get really fascinating. Absolutely. Daniel said it's funny that JLo's song "Love Don't Cost a Thing" is about Diddy.
I can't believe how shitty Jenny on the Block is.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got.
Do you remember that video?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. Some other emails that we got here today. We were talking about the exclusivity of the club that they play the Masters Golf Tournament out, Augusta National, and how just in 2012 they started allowing women in there. I remember, way back in the day, they wouldn't allow women in the club, and women would protest outside of the Masters.
I remember that because it was a big radio bit.
Yeah, it was. There was a guy named Rich Shirtley. He most recently had done sports radio in Boston, but funny. He did a bit where, in fact, I think he was working for Kid Craddock.
He was.
In Dallas at the time. Yeah,
Yep,
the guy
he
I'm getting
was.
the award of. And he sent him to Augusta, and all these women are protesting, and they got these signs. And he went out there with a sign that said, "Iron my shirt and make me a sandwich."
Oh my gosh! Holy shit!
These women were pissed.
They were attacking him, and the audio was priceless.
I could only imagine.
They were just screaming at him and just in his face and yelling. He was just standing there all confident. And that's all they needed because they were already so pissed.
They wanted to just have somebody to pummel.
And he was it.
He made
got it.
himself the guy.
And they just listened to the audio of these women just going off on him because they wanted someone to yell in the face, and he became that person.
Well, he's also egging them on.
Oh,
too.
he was.
It was beautiful radio.
We had a photo of him standing in this circle. He's with this sign held higher than everybody else said, "Iron my shirt."
So would that have been rock? Probably a rock show.
No, they were top 40.
Okay.
Kid Craddock,
He
yeah.
did edgy-
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he did edgy stuff, but he wound up doing rock, and then sports is with an edge. So he was an edgier kind of guy. So with a lot of the stuff he did.
Rich, you mean?
Yeah, Rich.
Yeah.
Rich did. all
Kid
that.
stayed very
Kid stayed top 40.
pop top 40.
Yeah.
But so for Kid, that was pretty edgy stuff. But if you were in on the joke, like I think the way that Kid did it.
Yeah.
It definitely was not turning off the female listeners. They
Kid-
were in on the
Kid was
joke.
good. Kid was very gifted.
He was
Very
so
gifted.
good.
He was so good.
He could
Yeah.
craft a story.
Yeah, that's why they got his name right.
They did not mess up his name.
No, they never messed it. It's not easy. Craddock's not an easy name. Jeff said, yeah, I used to live across the street from the Everglades Club in Palm Beach, and my stepfather was Jewish, and he was not allowed to be a member because he was a Jew, and this was 1984.
That's
Wow.
insane.
Yeah, it is. That's what we were talking about earlier, just with some of those Palm Beach clubs and how exclusive and how rude they were.
It ain't
to
right.
People like that.
It ain't right.
No, it's not. But there is something too. I think that Palm Royale, the show that is on Apple with a great cast with Ricky Martin, who I'm going to suck off here on this show. There's something too. In fact, I saw there's an article I can't wait to read today, and I want to do a deeper dive on the people. Every character apparently represents somebody that was real. And so I'm going to kind of do that and give us a little history lesson on, because it'll let you. I mean, honestly, Palm Beach has got a really terrible past.
Oh, yeah.
A horrific history, just of terrible to people.
With big money come big
I
secrets.
think they're still terrible to people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
There's some real shitheads.
They
over
can't
there.
get away with what they did. Yeah, they're not good to people now, but they were just absolutely terrible to people once upon a time. So. Yeah, I'll hopefully have some of that for you coming up next week.
That's cool. I like when things are based kind of on real stuff like that.
It adds more to it. Yeah, I do enjoy that. That's what Palm Royale has gotten done so well, is that they have the essence of it. Talking about the shiny sheet, all that kind of stuff. It's right there. I think maybe the plot could be a little bit better. And yeah, RJ said, Palm Beach Bath and Tennis Club was like that. And I think that's the club they modeled it after.
Okay.
Because that's the club they show. At the beginning, very first episode, they kind of pull away and you can see the club, which is right next to Mar-a-Lago, and that's the Bath and Tennis Club. That's where my mother-in-law used to work. And yeah, she would just tell me, like, I remember she always had stories about the Campbell's lady.
The
Campbell's
soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a grandma, and she said, man, she was a hard ass. At least to the kids, because, they had a bunch of hanger-on kids that were around and just thinking they were going to get handouts, and she was not playing that. She would make them go out and work and do something, and she was not just handing out money. She's like, you're not going to sit here and take my freaking soup money.
No shit.
No,
Little
bitch.
shits, go do something.
I worked hard for
Yeah.
these chicken and stars, bitch.
Right.
I mean, I think it's cool if she helped out, but if they're helping themselves out, you can't just give
Yeah.
somebody
You
shit.
can't. And
No.
I like the way, Shaq, a few of these super wealthy guys that have a bunch of kids are like, okay, you got to go to college. And then if you want money, you got to come to me with a business proposal. And we got to sit down. We got to look at it. You got to pitch your pitch. Shark Tank me, bitch.
Yeah.
And then if I think that it's worthy, I'll go into business with you and we will be partners and we will draw up contracts. I love that.
Well, it's also, you're not raising assholes either.
You make
Which
them
are gonna
work.
Grow up to be human assholes, and then we have to deal with that. We don't want to deal with that.
It is tough. I mean, I do see a bit of that where it could be a struggle to make sure that you have kids that are well-rounded and grounded in that society. From some of it creates a whole new set of challenges having immense wealth like that.
Some of my favorite videos are when untitled people or untitled kids get
Entitled.
entitled people. What did I say?
Untitled.
Did I say untitled?
You did.
Entitled people get owned. There was this one here in Palm Beach. It was all these rich, probably 22, 23-year-olds, and they just thought they were above everything. They all got arrested. It was so awesome. Seeing them all just fucking, oh my God, I thought you were daddy.
Daddy!
I think it would be so tough, honestly, to raise a kid in that environment and not raise an asshole. I think that would be the greatest challenge. And if that was your fear, you'd be like, I don't know. It's possible, but it's not easy. I would say a majority of those kids are little shits. They're little assholes.
I think it's absolutely possible if you parent your child. Just because you have a bunch of money doesn't mean you can't be a great parent. And just like you're talking about with Shaq.
You can be a great parent and raise your children to not be assholes.
But you have to be a good parent. You have to parent your kid.
Right.
And
you can't just hand them a check.
Exactly.
And I think the problem that some of these families have is their profession demands so much of them, and they are so active that someone else winds up raising their kids. And I think that's where you have the problem. They don't have a lot of the free expendable time that a lot of other people do. And it's tough because, and you might just say the best thing for you, don't have kids because you don't have the kind of lifestyle where you can give the time you need to children. And you're going to raise little assholes.
There's an 80s comedy movie called Baby Boom with Diane Keaton. It's a very underrated movie. It's very good.
Yeah.
With the baby food.
Yeah, she's working the
Yes.
fast life, and then she all of a sudden this baby shows up at her door, and she has to kind of pick between career and family, and she was crushing it in her career, and her boss brings her aside, and I love this line because I think it's true. He goes, "Nobody has it all. Nobody has it all."
True. Yeah.
And people who make all that money, they're making that money because they are not able to really stay with the family a lot of times. So you wonder nobody has it all.
A lot of times you can't dabble in both worlds. You got to say, hey, you got to choose one or the other. And I think that's legit. And they try to have it all, and you can't. And when you try to have it all, you raise little assholes.
You just wonder if anybody really can have it all. I think people can say they have it all, but I don't know.
I think it's a smaller percentage. I think the majority of the kids that are raised in that environment turn out to be little shitheads.
And if you do want to try to have it all, you have to have a great partner.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you don't have a great spouse that either you're working or they're working, and then the other one is taking the bulk of the parenting.
And I think a lot of times what happens, they both have their own careers because they attract that kind of thing. When you do have somebody that could full-time as a parent dedicate themselves to the kids, great. But sometimes you have both parents are making that dough, and they want to still have kids, and it just doesn't work out.
And when I say it all, it just means being able to have personal relationships that mean something where they feel like they're getting a lot out of it too.
Have a great family.
Yeah.
And also have a great career that is to that level that earns you that kind of capital.
It's a tough balance.
Yeah. It's close to impossible. It can be done, but it's close to impossible.
Underrated movie. I think we should watch it this weekend.
Baby Boom.
There you go.
I've seen it. I've seen it many times. It was one of my favorites.
It's good.
That was a great movie growing up.
Solid stuff. Got a lot of emails we didn't get to. We'll try to crack into those coming up on Monday. Keep them coming, though. Mail at kvjshow.com. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you out there in Jupiter tomorrow. Crawfish Festival. Goodbye.